This is the Voice of America, Washington, D.C., signing on.
Man ain't willing to die for freedom. He's just taking up space.
Hey, there is everybody. Welcome back to the big BZB. Almost messed it up, but I didn't. The big BZB show. This is B coming to you here live and in person. Yes, I said live, and this is a recording, so it's live at this moment when I did it. Like I said, I am hoping one more, possibly two, but at least one more episode to be put out, and then we will go and do us a live and see if we can't gravitate some new people in. So, what are we doing today? Well, today I was going to kind of take us along the beat making, or what I consider beat making, the routine, the way I go about it, how I go about it, and give you a few ideas of apps, whether it be apps for your phone, apps for tablets, and then the DAW system that, there I go, I did it again. I got a bad habit of doing that. You're going to have to catch me every time I do it. But the DAWs that I run, I will go over a real quick and look on how I go about that on the beat making part of it, and I will also let you in on the actual program that I'm running. So to the mobile aspect. So I run 2 different podcasts right now. Both of them basically the same name. Pretty much the only difference as of this moment in time is the word big. One is the Big BZB show, and one is the BZB show. And we're running off of 2 different platforms for my air quote unquote home studio podcast, which is not this one but the other one. It is based through Buzzsprout. It's a very fine hosting platform. I suggest anybody to just take a look at that, in that direction, if you ever think about it. Secondly, the second one, which is this one, is a mobile podcast. Now, don't get me wrong, my home studio podcast can be a mobile, but it has so much that is tied in and integrated into each other that really it just takes up too much space and too much area to try to undo and do every single day. So with this one that I'm running right now, I kind of stumbled across, and I kind of regret that I hadn't known about it beforehand, but it is called Spreaker. They have a open platform. You can record straight to their site, to their app, and then from there you can easily go on and record it, edit it, and produce it all right there in the exact same spot, and then end up releasing it. And they also have extra noises and effects and things like that. So that is super cool to have that, because on my home studio you do not have that possibility of effects and the intro and outro and all that. And so that's cool there. So on my mobile, so on my home studio, I am running a DOS, and on that DOS, originally for the first season, and for ones that are just now tuning into us, I had my first season in podcasting, which was about 10 to 11 episodes, was mainly just about being a father and being a patriot. It was called Father and Patriot, hosted by me, of course, and it kind of fizzled out. And so here we are, starting up the new year, as of when this was being recorded, with a season, with it being the BZB and the Big BZB show. We're not as political, even though we will talk politics at times. We're more musical. We're kind of following me on my journey into the music industry, with that also being podcasting, because, well, needless to say, it falls in that neighborhood. So, without further ado, let's go on and let's get to the beat making process. Alright. We are back. And let's see. Is the sound still good? Good. Alright, good. Sound still performing like it should. So, anyways, home studio is mainly Personas. Studio 1 is the DOS that I run. It didn't start that way. Originally, I started with having a M audio interface with a Rockville mic, but the M audio restricts you to, well, the one that I bought restricts you to just strictly solo, so you could hook up one mic and maybe a guitar, maybe a piano. The possibility of a dynamic mic was there, but that was it. So Personas was offering their interface, which was also a USB interface, and they was offering it with the 2 hookups for your XLR cables, which I was like, alright, no doubt, I'll do that. But not only that, it came with a DOS, which for an annual fee was really cheap. So I thought, well, I won't ever have to buy another DOS. And then it also came with a mic, which right now you are currently listening to. Anyways, let me see what this is about, and I'll be right back. Alright. that shouldn't have took very long there. And of course, it didn't for y'all because I paused it. One of the great things about podcasting, you get to manipulate the time. So it seems like it took no time to get done what you needed to get done. But nonetheless, back on track. DAWs. I saw an opportunity to get a DAWs that was an in-gamer for me, I wasn't going to need anything else other than that program and that program alone, because from here on out, whether I produce my own music, produce others' music, then I have a program to put it on. And then I also have a program to record to right now and put my own stuff on. I can do CDs, I can do everything and anything in between, all on that one program. I got a membership, so from this point till the end of Studio One, I get everything that they put out. So that's awesome in itself. That's worth the money all on its own. But that's the home studio. So the mobile studio, which is, like I said, my mobile phone. Mainly what you're hearing right now at this moment, which is kind of a mind-blowing thing for me right now, and that is the fact that y'all are hearing me over on a XLR condenser mic from PreSonus. I'm running it through the M-Audio M-Track Solo interface, which is USB to my phone. Your basic Android phone, newer Android. Was it an Android? What are they running by now? It's an 8 Plus. Android 10 or 11, something like that. I don't know where they're at now, but it's a Galaxy phone. And I'm not being promoted by any of these people, any of these names that I put out there. Now, if PreSonus or M-Audio or Galaxy or Samsung wants to send stuff my way, then do it to it, because I will definitely back these products 100%. It is great. They've been working great for me, up to date, and I hope that it continues to work that way. So, with the mobile, we'll go mobile first. With the mobile unit, the M-Audio doesn't have any connections for MIDI. Let's see. One of the downfalls. The second downfall is there is no hookup for a secondary mic unless you're able to run a XLR to a headphone jack, or they call it something else, but it's like a headphone jack type setup for like guitars and amplifiers and things like that. So if you can get that kind of cable, then yeah, you could run an XLR that way, because it does have phantom power. I don't know that the phantom power